They're jamming out. Fantastic. Good break. Shoot, what we got? Good to see everybody.
You're getting started. What just your emotions, the feeling around this team? What's it like?
Business as usual. I'm excited to get to work, get on the grass. We had a good set of meetings yesterday. Physicals went well, and excited to start the process of getting better every day.
When it comes to addressing the team that first time, those meetings, was there a certain message you wanted to convey?
Same since we've gotten here.
What's the conversation been like with Buddha about coming back?
Fantastic. He's excited, big smile on his face. He'll be out there today. He's good to go.
You expect him to participate in all practice?
100%.
Why? Because he told you he will?
Yeah, I'll keep that between us, but 100%. You'll see him out there today.
BJ's knees.
Fantastic.
Is BJ's knee something that was throughout the draft process, or that's something that occurred with
Yeah, he had a little nick after the draft process, truthfully, actually between combine and draft process. So it was one of those things where there was a bunch of different options to kind of go, and we decided to had a little procedure to get it fixed. So we're going to be smart with him, knowing that, we didn't want to have a reoccurring issue with him or the possibility of that happening as we got going during the season. So we decided to clean it up a little bit, and but you'll see him out there in camp. He started obviously on PUP, but you'll see him pretty soon.
What's the plan the first few days, JG? Just trying to get guys into the
yeah, back to standard operating procedures, So we got a good block of 4 days here, a lot of things that we need to get done and get accomplished. But the cool thing about camp to me is it's not, it's finer details of everything you're doing because they've heard everything a couple times already. I think they're comfortable with the schematics of it. We got a long way to go, but the technique and the fundamentals and the schematics, now it's kind of, Drew said it in his meeting yesterday, it's the fine tuning of all those things. If we line up in the first period and we don't know what this call is, God help us. So I think they've done a really good job with that. And again, I'm just excited to see them go out there and compete and play and get better.
You've obviously waited for this moment for a long time. Be a head coach, run your first camp. Is it what you thought it would be, or you
standard operating procedures? No, I mean, I told the guys last night I got fire in my gut when I was driving over here, stuck in traffic on 10 West. But yeah, I'm obviously, but truthfully, Cam, it didn't matter if I was a quality control or a DB coach or a coordinator. I always have fire in my gut. So nothing new with the emotion of coming to camp and the opportunity to go out and compete. That's the same no matter what role you're in.
For this season and for this camp and where you are right now, how would you define expectations?
Yeah, we define expectations is what's winning behavior and what's non-winning behavior, and we operate under that set of standards. And they know that for us to have a chance to compete on Sundays and win football games, you have to consistently display winning behavior.
Do you try and avoid outside expectations?
Yeah, I don't know what goes on outside of this building.
How has your quarterback looked since he's returned? He said he wants to. His goal is to be ready week one. Where's Kyler at right now?
Yeah, he's doing good. He started on PUP. I like how he's progressing. I love the plan that we have moving forward. He did an excellent job this summer. And that's you guys know that's an injury that kind of goes like that. And he has really good days. He has some bad days too. Just like anybody else that's went through that injury. But he's locked in, excited. He was in there doing his rehab and with me working out there. He looks good.
When will you know that he's ready?
When he tells me.
A lot of practices without pads. How excited are you to get to that point?
Yeah, what is that, next week? I think league mandated rules, you know what I mean? But that's for a reason, and we value the time that we're not in pads. You have to be getting better when you're not in pads. So, that's the NFL today. I told our guys the role of training camp to me is keep everyone healthy, evaluate, and develop. And, that's what we're going to do. I think we got a really good plan for that. We explained our plan to the guys yesterday in great detail of everything that we're doing is thought out. Not to say it's right or wrong, not to say we won't adjust a little bit as we go, but it's with those guys in mind. My job is to serve the players. So I think we used all our expertise around the building and all the hires and put our brains together and put a pretty good plan in place, I think. So excited to see it live and in action.
What's your
plan about giving guys the so-called veteran day off at times during camp? Do you have a certain philosophy?
Yeah, guy by guy basis for me. You know what I mean? I'm not Frank Reich used to say a wise man avoids all extremes. So I don't have a hard and fast rule about that. You know, a 12-year vet needs a day off. He needs a day off. So, and that's what we'll do. You know, certain guys need to have a little break. You know what I mean? Camp's long. It's tough. There's days that we told our guys there's days you're going to be tired and not feeling great. But that's kind of a case-by-case basis. Good question. Case-by-case basis, and we kind of have a plan of that. And then not to say that you got to adapt as you get going, too.
Do you rule anything out with Kyler? Is camp a possibility for him?
We'll see. I'm taking it day by day, honestly, Bo. You know what I mean? And I feel like if we just attack each day and get a little bit better each day, then let the chips fall where they fall.
Different. I mean, he's obviously, when he's healthy, he's the starting quarterback. Is it interesting not having that guy kind of doing everything in camp?
Yeah, I mean, no. I mean, to me, it's, you know, who's ever available is we're gonna try to put the best guys out there to win football games. So obviously Kyler's not available right now. So we got a lot of guys that are very capable, and I'm excited to see play and compete really for that job if he's not ready to go.
How close is Zach Ertz to practicing, even though he's on top?
Yeah, he's doing a good job. You know, I mean, he's making improvements. He's got a good plan too. I actually just talked about it with him this afternoon. You know, normally you give a guy a plan. He gave us his plan, and you can tell that it's so thought out. And he's such a pro, and he's so intelligent. But yeah, and not to say that plan might not change here or there, but again, just with Zach too, it's day by day, and but he's chomping at the bit too.
His plan, you just say, okay.
No, we evaluate it with everybody that needs to make that decision. But I just love that he's so on top of it, and he's already thought about it. You know what I mean? As much as we've thought about it, probably and more. You know what I mean? I mean, he's obviously a high-producing vet that's played at a high level for a long time, and you know, he wants to get back out there with his teammates. I know that.
Where did you get your master plan for camp? Is it an amalgamation? Is it something you've been thinking about for a long time?
30 years.
For the first game coming up in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, what do you hope to be? Where do you hope to be by the time that is?
Yeah, that we're functional and we can go out there and compete and win a game. So, you know, we gotta go through it's you know, you got to look at it day by day. You know, are we improving day by day with everything that goes into trying to win a football game in all three phases, with coaching as well, those decisions that go into that. So I think that was my main thing is we're here to compete and get a little bit better. And, you know, I think if we do a good job day by day, we'll be ready to go come preseason 1, preseason 2, preseason 3, and then, you know, in Washington for the opener.
You started planning camp when you were 10?
Well, you start taking in thoughts when you go through a training camp when you're in 3rd or 4th grade and you're like, why am I doing leg lifts for 5 hours? Probably don't want to do that. You know what I mean? So that's what I meant by that, Josh. No, like, truthfully, as you start coaching and if you want to run a team, you start paying attention to certain things of how you setting up training camp. You know what I mean? And that's, I think Michael talked yesterday in front of the team, and it was awesome. And, you know, it's a great setup. You know, it really is, of where we're staying, coming here, being out of the heat. I'll get them in the heat at a certain point when they're ready to be in the heat before we go to Minnesota. But it's just talking to some vets that have been different places. I think they appreciate the thought and the work that went into trying to set this thing up to make themselves the best players they can be.
What was Michael's message to the team?
I'll keep that between him and us, honestly. But, you know, you were handpicked and you have an opportunity, and not everyone gets to do what they want to do for a living. So maximize your opportunity.
You said the message to the players was the same. For a lot of the coaches on the staff, it's their first training camp. Any specific message for that?
Yeah, I think they were a little nervous, some of those guys, maybe. I said, calm down a little bit. You know, they were popping off questions in the staff meeting. I said, geez, oh, man, guys, it's supposed to last 5 minutes, it's lasting 15. But, no, it's good. Everyone that's here is fully capable to, within their role, to serve the player to the best of their ability. And I'm excited to watch these guys work.
Competition is a main theme of this training camp.
Yeah.
If it is, then how much you think these guys are going to really thrive off that? I mean, just knowing that there's going to be.
Yeah, I think if you put standards and parameters on what we're looking for, and this is how we're going to operate, I think they actually enjoy that and thrive off that. And those guys in that locker room, they're ready to compete.
How important is physicality in this training camp for getting the team working?
Very physical. It's a combat sport, so we'll be physical this training camp.
You talk about what Al Flying brings to the mix.
Yeah,
at
an
center
interior player that's played at a high level. I was there when we drafted him. Very smart, very capable player. So excited to watch him get in there and compete for a job.
Is he center, in your opinion?
Center guard, both guards, center, interior lineman. Yep.
You mentioned a physical camp. Do you have a policy on fighting?
Yeah, it's a non-negotiable.
Gary talked about his.
Yeah, and why is it non-negotiable? Because you get thrown out in a game for it.
Gary talked about his July return date. How far is he off of that?
Day by day, you know what I mean? He's doing a good job. I mean, he's out there doing things that look like he could go out there and play today. But again, just with all those guys, it's day by day, and I'm in no rush. You know what I mean? I know he's probably more in a rush than I am, those guys, but when they're physically and mentally ready to put on their helmet, strap it up, and go play football, that's when we'll get them out there.
Are Zach and Michael excused from meetings to watch this?
No, but I'll have it up on the TVs going on. I know, Julie and Sophia are playing. That's awesome. I think Sophia scored a couple goals in the one game, but, I think both of those women might be better athletes than the guys we got wearing red and white and black in there. But, no, it's the team is excited for those guys. So we'll have it on the TVs in the meal room.
You guys have 5 running backs. Are you comfortable with that number?
Yeah, I am right now. I want to see these guys carry the rock.
What can Swain bring to the table?
I played against him when that's why I was, talking to him before we signed him. Man, we had to have a plan for you that was a little bit different for the other guys. He was playing for Arthur in 2020 in Tennessee. Just a big physical guy that's played a lot of snaps. He gets open, he catches it. He can move people at the point of attack. Excited. That was a really good addition by Monty right now.
Coach, thank you.
All right. Thank you. Enjoy.